This is day 2 of building my subscribers' houses in Minecraft. Blue ice, cherry planks, quartz, red glazed terracotta accents, and a cat shrine. I can see this looking pretty good. The cherry wood made me think that this should be like a tree house or something, so that's the route I went starting out. I wanted to make it look kind of like a tree stump or something, and I wanted to keep a symmetrical shape because I was afraid of getting the proportions wrong. Here you can see I'm using the symmetry tool in the Axiom mod, and that helped me out a ton in this build. I think I got the shape of the stump pretty good, it just doesn't have a lot of variety and it feels very basic. I wasn't super happy with the design, but it would have to do, I suppose. So I touched it up a little bit and then started to work on the entrance. As you can probably tell from my last build, I like to have an open doorway for my entrance, and I like to use stairs to kind of round it out a little bit. I decided to use the red glazed terracotta for the floor and then began to make a spiraling staircase around the outer. At this point, I really regretted doing the tree stump design, but I didn't feel confident enough to try to make it an entire shaped tree. So I finished up the staircase and then moved towards the interior. Initially, I wanted to put the cat shrine on the inside, but after messing around with it for a little while, and by a little while, I mean a long while, I realized that I just didn't have enough room. So I looked up a picture of how the pixels are arranged on the cat's face in Minecraft, and kind of made my own on the wall there. I struggled with the design, and the scale, and the placement a little bit, but eventually I came to a pretty decent design. At first I had this villager that was supposed to be like the keeper of the cats or something, but I decided to get rid of him later. At some point I remember this is kind of supposed to be a shrine, so I really struggled with the interior design on here, and I was trying to make some kind of waterfall or something. And I was really just struggling with it, didn't really know what to do. But eventually I figured out a pretty good design, and decided to put some leaves on the ceiling so that the particle effects would fall down. After some tweaking of the interior, I decided to move up towards the top. Because one of the blocks given to me was blue ice, I wanted to make a giant ice sculpture of a cat up here. I came up with a quick design, and honestly, it was the best out of all of them. I tried to redesign it a couple times, but eventually came around to the first one again. I wanted to make the whole build look a little bit more like a tree, so I added some leaves on the top and some branches poking out of each side. Now this build is far from perfect, but the whole point of the series is to enhance my building skills. This house belongs to sfoster4945, and if you want your house in my world, comment a description down below, and subscribe, because I'm only reading subscriber comments for the series.